Hey, now we're live here in Pasadena, California. We're at 35 Howard Street. We're at the home Edie. Whoops. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, guys. Gotta put you down for 1 second. So we're here in Pasadena at Dee Dee's house. Dee Dee's house is being trashed out with her belongings inside. Wow, there's like a big fence around the house here. Or is this? How's it going? Hi, Dee Dee.
Hello.
Which house is this? Your house? With the big fence around it? Hi.
Why is there fence around the house?
This is the house. This is the investor right here. Right, this guy right here.
Okay.
These are the gentlemen who've come to put up fences. So that's the gentleman right there.
Okay. So this is the National Fence Company that, hi, how's it going? You're on the news. So the man there at the door is the investor, I guess, who purchased the home here.
Your daughter went back out in, right? Oh, yeah.
Oh, it turned out.
You guys shooting a movie?
I'm just reporting like for the news and for our Occupy LA because we've been helping the lady who got kicked out of this house. We've been helping her out, so we're just I'm just here to report the story.
You be in the background, like, yeah. Hey, remember that school? Remember the education? I like that class.
Huh? You what?
We should be in the background. Be like
Oh, okay. Yay, education.
Come
Oh.
on, I'm walking up the street.
Yay.
Hi. So good. Shout out to Johnny High School 2015.
Yeah. Yay. Awesome.
You're a freshman.
Tony Taylor,
Free
Peter
out.
Bacon, Vince Taylor, hit me up, Facebook.
DJ.
All right, guys.
Future, Crumbs, DJ Johnny Dunn. What channel is it gonna be on?
It's on ustream.tv/PMbeers. It's on the computer. But this is going to be on international. But this one is on the international TV. You can see it here from this one. Okay. Do I have a pen? Let me see. But the footage is just archived on the internet on Ustream. I don't have a pen. Sorry.
You have a pen? Randy, you have a pen?
have a pencil.
You guys should have something to write with. You're coming from school, right?
No, I did. I just have PE. I just have PE.
Oh, okay.
Don't edit us out, cause
what is it called?
News the other day.
What is it called?
And they edit us out. Yeah, man. That's
Ustream.tv.
Ustream? How do you spell that? Y-O-U?
Letter U and then the word stream, STREAM.
What channel is gonna be on?
It's on right now. It's live.
We're live, baby.
Can we not see each other if it's live right now?
But it's recording, so.
Yeah, it'll be there.
Alright,
Hi,
guys. It's your
Sunshine.
education.
So look, I got people
school.
chatting right there. That's my friend Sunshine, and she's saying hi.
Hi, Sunshine. Hi. My name's Randy, and I'm gonna be a professional DJ when I grow up.
Okay. Ustream.tv/channel.
Yo, the holy. Stream dot what?
TV.
Dot TV.
That's just so.
/channel. /PM. BE.
Alright, without Calvin.
I know.
No, B. Like B. It's B. The letter B. BEE.
Shout out to my man Jalen.
BE. Yeah, shout out to
Another
Jalen.
E.
He's a bulldog, but we
RS.
still love him.
All right.
So it's
Lucky.
Hi, Cheryl.
ustream.tv/channel.
The guy over there, you know, he hooked it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right here.
Thank you.
And right here, shout out to Jalen Medina.
All right, guys.
Medina, look out for you. Please.
And Ruth,
All
there's
right.
your wife right there. Take
Shout
her
out to the
homecoming.
homies.
Ruth, there's your wife.
I'm here. Alright, stay in school, kids.
Don't do drugs.
So this is Dee Dee. Do you want to tell us what happened?
Well, the alleged investor that I thought was an investor friend of mine that owns the house that I'm renting next door, he bought the foreclosed property here, and he just came to trash me out. And then I had called the people from Occupy, and I asked them to come and bear witness that he was here, you know, to trash me out. After he had said that he was not going to do anything like that, he would wait and see what the negotiations could be done with the bank. But of course, he had no feelings about me and my foster children. He took all the signs down. I can show you some of the signs that was plastered here and on the cars. He took them all down and threw them away. And then I asked him, could I get my my foster children stuff out the house, and he told me effing no, B. And so he said that he was gonna make my effing life miserable, and so that's what he's doing today.
Wow. So you were renting this house?
Yes, and renting the house next door as well.
So
This is the foreclosed property.
okay.
And this is his property that he owns. His name is Abdul Khan.
So he's the
of
guy who
Glendora.
was here who just shut the gate.
That's correct.
So he's currently your landlord,
He's currently the landlord at 45 West Howard.
and he owns this house as
He
well.
just bought the
Oh, he
foreclosed
just bought
property.
this.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's interesting that he's buying houses next door to one another.
He said he was buying them so I could continue the business to take care of foster children in the homes. But that's not what he had intention. He had intentions of trying to get my license taken. He called Children's Services and made an anonymous tip that the house was in bad shape. And then the social worker came out and seeing that the house was not in bad shape. I had a couple of Occupy people here to bear witness that my house wasn't a mess. And this is all act of this investor
Okay.
that's supposed to be my friend.
I'm having a little logical problem with the logic of kicking you out of one house and buying another house for you to rent.
No, I've been living in the foreclosed property since 1998,
Yeah.
May of 1998. My sister bought it March of 1998.
Yeah.
Okay, he just built that and fixed it, and I started renting it from him July of 2010.
Yeah, so your sister owned this house, which was foreclosed on your sister, and then this investor purchased this house and that house, and had you move from this house to that house.
No,
No?
I was living here,
Uh-huh.
and I have adult and emancipated foster youth that were formerly mine, and I took care of when they were little, and my own children that live over here. They're the adults. I
Okay.
have the minors over here at the other property.
Oh, okay.
And
This is confusing.
and he had knowledge of that I'm currently in bankruptcy and currently trying to reorganize my business. He knows that. He knows that. The bank knew that. My sister used that to be qualified for the modification that the bank had gave her. So all that was in place when they turned around and sold the property to two different
So the
investors.
bank should have done the modification.
It was approved to go
Okay.
June 1st, the first payment.
Okay,
All
so
documents were
this is
supposed to be
what
in by
bank
May.
is that?
Bank of America
Okay.
was the one that agreed to the modification, but they sold it to Bank of New York Mellon.
Even though they should have just gone ahead with the modification
That is
because okay.
And then now Bank of New York Mellon, if you would have looked even on the website, it would have said on Bank of New York Mellon in their REO department, it said this property at 35 West Howard was not supposed to be sold. It says unavailable for purchase. And then he somehow mysteriously, Abdul Khan, bought the property. That's for investigation now.
Yeah, that sounds like a repeated pattern that I'm seeing. Like the more I've been involved with Occupy Parts foreclosures, I'm seeing the same pattern of like court orders being ignored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's sad because I mean I'm just not just a regular parent. I'm a foster parent. I take care of foster children, you know, and for them houses, for there to be displaced is the whole city and the state should be in an uproar.
Well, so it's I think your story is especially important because these are 5 siblings.
That is correct.
And I think it's very rare in foster care to get siblings in the same home. That's a really hard thing to do.
My sister, that's why she bought the homes that she bought, so we could raise foster children in there and then have them have a sense of family. So when they emancipate and they get grown, we don't just kick them out and say, you have no family, you have no home to come back to. If we have a house next door, my sister had bought a house at 409 Lola. She bought a house on Wilson. We had houses. I had a house up there I was renting and leasing in Altadena. So I've always had a place for these foster children to go, but because the economy went the way it did, you know, my sister did the legal right that she was supposed to. She filed a lawsuit, and it was a settlement agreement in the lawsuit. The bank went against their own agreement, their own written agreement, you know, that they wouldn't sell the property. And now that the investor and the bank is being in negotiation with Occupy Fights Foreclosure, they're asking them to reverse it, give him back his money, and he's trying to put $40,000. And he told me personally, just don't say nothing, Dee Dee. Let me put $40,000 on it. It's really not. I'm not going to put $40,000, but I'm going to bill them $40,000. I'm going to make a quick $40,000 off them. I said, why would you do that? Why would you lie and say you only put in $2,000, but you're going to say you put in $40,000? You know? And he said, that's how I make my money. I'm like, I can't be part of that. So that's why I started telling him, I don't trust you, because now you're trying to lie. You know, you didn't buy the property so my sister could continue to fight the bank and all that. You went under there, you bought it from an REO department that didn't have legal right to sell it to you, and now that they're trying to get it back, you want to throw me out.
I ran out of batteries. I gotta change my batteries. So Carlos is asking, Carlos Perez is watching on the live stream, and he's asking about the police. Were there police here earlier?
Yes, the police left.
Can you hold that for 1 second? There. So how did that go when the police came?
They told me if I went over there, that Abdul Khan had the legal right to have me arrested for trespassing. Even though I have a bankruptcy, and I showed it to them, I had it all, gave it all to them, gave them the notice, the constructive notice to Abdul Khan and everybody.
So the bankruptcy had a court order that you could remain in the property?
I have a bankruptcy stay in place.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing that a lot. from a lot of people recently, and I'm seeing law enforcement look at the bankruptcy court, the judge court orders, and ignore them.
Yes.
So it looks like the trash out is complete, and not only has all the property been removed from the home here, but a fence was put up around the property. Do you know why they put the fence?
He put the fence because he said that he's coming back tomorrow to take all my cars out of here and place them in storage. He would not let me get my children's stuff. He said he's just going to throw it all away.
Were you given the opportunity to remove your vehicles?
No.
So
and all my stuff is part of the bankruptcy.
That doesn't make sense that he's going to store your vehicles if...
He said he's going to trash everything.
They're trashing your vehicles as well?
He's taking them to a place so they can be demolished.
Cheryl wants to know, was it police or sheriff?
It was police.
Which is interesting because I've heard that police don't involve themselves in... When I was at Mary's house, the LAPD officers said they don't involve themselves in civil matters. And the sheriff had to come?
Because they said that they have a reason to come is because I called them to tell them that he was here and didn't have an order in his name. There was an eviction at this property, but that was in August, and that was illegal. And I had, from the other investor that bought the property from Bank of New York Mellon, I had a lease agreement that I could be here from him, and I was staying here, and then Abdul got angry that I was dealing with the other investor and not him. And then Abdul Khan, the guy that just left, he's the one that, while I was on October the 5th, he called the police, and they came out and had my 19-year-old and my 4-year-old removed from the property, and told her if she goes over next door, where I have a rental agreement with him, that he would come over there and have her arrested from over there, because he said that your mother is a thief, your mother can't be trusted, your mother is not a good mother, this house is filthy, you're filthy, you all are filthy.
Wow.
That's what he said to my daughter. And she left walking in the rain, and she went down to relative's house, and with the 4-year-old early in the morning.
Wow.
Because I was at the National Lawyers Guild meeting, conference, and I didn't know this was going on because my phone was on silent. And then when I realized it, Philip came, and Philip Corbell came and talked to Abdul. He was still here, and I guess that's when he was messing up the house, because when my daughter left, the house wasn't like that. And then a couple of days before that, one of the occupiers was here, and she knows that the house didn't look like that. It didn't have clothes all over the place, and so, and he cut the